guys. We are going live. Hi. Good morning. My name is Pamela Quinn. Welcome to my YouTube channel and our Montgomery studio. How's everyone doing today? Yeah. Any special requests? Hamstrings. Hips. He said it. Okay. So let's start lying down on our backs. And if you have any situations with your neck or your back, go ahead and bend your knees and plant your feet on the earth, hip width distance apart. And place your feet in such a position that there's no energy through the thighs or the knees or the calves. You can place a hand on the belly, a hand on the heart. If you're comfortable, let your eyes close. And just start to check in with your breath. Notice where you're holding it. Notice how you're feeling. Take a big breath in and sigh it out through the mouth, softening those toes and the knees and the thighs again. Durga breath, inhaling deep into the belly space. Belly rises up. Air waves up into the lungs and out through the shoulders. Soften your shoulders, your rib cage, your hips, and just keep breathing long and deep. Inhaling, maybe counting 4 ohms, belly rising up first. And exhaling, maybe counting 6 ohms. Take your tongue and press it to the roof of the mouth and feel the jaw, the skin on the face soften. And as you begin to relax, start to notice the quality of your mind today. What are you focused on? The mind is a beautiful problem solver. It does not like uncertainty. And yet that's where we find ourselves every single day, whether we dramatically realize it or not. So learning to drop into uncertainty, learning to embrace our fears. Let's send a beautiful intention to the universe. Let's actually pray for more uncertainty today than we had yesterday. And I know it sounds crazy. Just invite in absolute chaos. Slide your arms out into a T, then bring those elbows into cactus arms and start to swish your legs left and right. The perfected yogis. Maybe adjusting your shoulders here a bit. Scrunch, unscrunch your toes. And deepen that breath. Breathing in, belly rises up first, 4 ohms. Breathing out, navel draws to the back of the spine, 6 ohms. Thinking to yourself, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, all is well. Maybe exhale through the mouth again. There's so much to let go. Let it go. The stress. And gently bring our fingers down to those knees. Push the knees together, hands behind the backs of the legs as we rock forward and back, massaging the spine. And then finally, we come up to seated. How's everyone doing? Inhale, lift the arms. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, shoulders come down. Take a big inhale, exhale to the right. Look up, breathe. Focus on that space just above your hip. One time I was at the Chopra Center, doing whatever I do. And Dr. Chopra was given a thing. He said, every day I wake up each morning and pray for more uncertainty than the day before. And it's an experience. You'll start to be excited by change. Even what seems like negative change, you ultimately realize is positive. Beautiful. Let it go. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace them. Look up. I'm going to close my eyes. You guys close your eyes. Everyone on YouTube, close your eyes. We're going to work our jawline. So take your mouth as wide as you can take it. Take that jaw left and right. Maybe even stick your tongue out, point it down, roll your eyes up in the back of your head. This is face yoga. So our skin starts to loosen and sag because the muscles on the face deteriorate. Beautiful. Let that go. Level your gaze. Take an inhale, exhale, lean into it, and maybe a little rock side to side. Keeping that tongue, maybe just the tip of it behind your two top front teeth. Beautiful. Let's inhale. Come on up. We're going to walk our hands forward and come to tabletop position on hands and knees. Get your hands below your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. They look like starfish. The ones you go for the walk and you want to take home, but we don't. We throw them back, right? Curl your toes. Engage through the pelvic floor. Soft bend to the elbows left and right. Don't hyperextend. Let's inhale. Rock the heart forward. Exhale, round through. Start to draw that tailbone tension in your body. Blood flows. Pituitary glands, your master gland. Noticing your thoughts, thinking to yourself, I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Don't let the mind wander. In life, the only thing you can control are your thoughts. Everything else is out of control. Beautiful. Let's come to neutral spine. Do some barrel rolls. So bending the elbows dramatically. Think about the fact that you're massaging your wrists. Let your head be loosey-goosey. Beautiful. Let's walk our hands forward. And we're going to come into puppy pose. So the hips align with the knees. Sliding the hands forward and just let the head come down. Inhale, start to come up. Walk the hands back. Under the shoulders, we're going to go to down dog. Lift the knees, hover for a moment. Look at the hands. Build some heat. Crouching cat, pull your tailbone to your heels. Look at your hands, just like a kitty cat. And then tailbone to the sky. Once you get there, make it your own. Bending a knee, bending another. And then ultimately bend your knees a touch, push the tailbone higher, and then press down through the heels. And keep that slight bend to the elbows so you're not hyperextending. Build strength. Start to dramatically draw your belly button to the back of your spine, in and up. And then engage your pelvic floor. So that's Uddiyana Bandha with the belly, Mula Bandha with the pelvic floor. Let's rotate our shoulders over our wrists, plank position. Try to keep your bum in alignment. So if you push it up, it gets easy. If you drop the hips, it gets easy. Take it where it's not so easy. Breathe long and deep. Beautiful. Drop the right knee to the earth. Kick it out a little bit to the right. Let's come into a side plank. If you want to stack your feet, you can. And make sure your hand is directly under your shoulders. Let's draw some circles with that top arm. Just massaging the shoulder. And take it in the other direction. Now bring that bicep to the ear. Lift the standing leg. Or the top leg, sorry. Flex the foot. Keep breathing. If you're so inclined, you can bend that knee, reach down for the ankle, bow in to bow back out. Smile if you got one. Smiles are free today at Elemental Om. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Release it all. Hand back to the mat. Let's come into a wide child's pose. Take the opportunity. And then just rest. Maybe snuggling into those hips a little bit. You can rock side to side. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up. Come back to that down dog. This time, take your feet as wide as the mat. And the knees a touch. Push that tailbone higher. Then press down through the heels dramatically. Exhaling, pulling that navel all the way to the back of the spine. In and up. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Beautiful. Let's come into that plank position. Feet can stay wide. And this time we're going to put the left knee down. Your foot's probably where it already needs to be to come into a side plank. Again, make sure you get that hand directly under the shoulder. And of course, you can stay wherever you want to stay. Maybe draw some circles. And then taking the circles in the other direction. Beautiful. Bicep to the ear. Lift that top leg. Flex the foot. Keep breathing. And then decide, do you want to reach down for that ankle? Bow in to bow out. And just keep breathing. Beautiful. Lift the arm back up. Return the hand to the mat. Knees to the mat. This time, let's just swish side to side. You got it. Back to that down dog. And start to feel your strength. Beautiful. We're going to get the feet between the hands. So if you like to hop or if you just want to take some baby steps forward, coming into a standing forward fold. Let's lift halfway up, even putting your hands on your knees. Lift your toes. Bend your knees a little bit. Keep that spine straight. Lead with your heart as you fold. Fingertips to the earth and chin rolls down. And let your breath do the work. As you're inhaling, you'll feel the spine gets long. And as you're exhaling, the heart sinks towards the knees. Keeping anchored through the fingertips, let's inhale, rock forward, lift the heels, and then rock backwards, lift the toes. And be a little bit dramatic in your lifting. You're not going to fall over. Beautiful. Melt the feet to the earth. Bend both knees and then straighten just the right leg. And then bending both knees, we're going to inhale, reach all the way up. Palms pressed together, look up and back. And then let's interlace the hands, flip the palms, bring them out in front of us again, and we'll just rock a little side to side. Are we too warm? Or you want to sweat today? They say yoga ceases when you lose control of the heart, the breath, or there's sweat on your forehead. That's from the sage Patanjali. Bring the arms up, palms down. We're going to make the smallest of circles. You can close your eyes here. Beautiful. Take it in the other direction. And then pause. Turn your palms towards me. Take the fingertips to the mounds of the hands. Thumbs up. And then we're going to point down. Thumbs down, thumbs up. I know this is a good one. You guys are lucky. We're not doing this 10 minutes each. But come to Kundalini on Thursday, we will. I know. Can you imagine? I know. I've done it. It is mind control. I always tell everyone how I went to Kundalini teacher training in India. I think this was 2013. And they brought the strongest man in India to teach us one day. And there were newspaper clippings of him holding an elephant and a car. And this man walks in, and he had to be, 7 feet tall, huge man. And he took us through, well, it was truly power yoga. But we did this one little thing right here. We did it for 10 minutes. After doing the little circles, we had to do jumping jacks. It was insane, because you're feeling this, aren't you? I know. Here's a fun part. Lift the thumb up, close your eyes. We're going to take the thumbs to touch above our head. If they don't touch without looking, there's something really wrong with you. Just kidding. Open your hands. Inhale, bring it back, look up. Breathe. And then level the gaze, and now ever so slowly, we're going to bring the arms through molasses all the way down by your sides. And just stand in your mountain, breath to the heart, heart to the hands. And imagine you're gazing through that third eye center. Beautiful. Bring your fingertips to touch in front of you. Come to the front of the mat if you're not. Your fingertips behind you. Follow your eyes to the fingertips. Exhale, fold, bending the knees a little bit. A few more on your own. And just think about the fact that you're moving the lymphatic fluid, boosting immunity, hyper-oxygenating the bloodstream. Beautiful. Go ahead. Pull back on your left hip. Lift your front toes and squeeze your thighs together. And just keep breathing. Take an inhale here. We're going to exhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale, bend. And exhale. And now let's straighten the front leg. Slide your hands back under your shoulders. Lift your toes. Come to the half lift to press the heart forward again. Roll the chin down. And we're pulling back on that left hip. And just keep breathing. Beautiful. Bring the knee forward. Bring the back knee to the earth. Release the top of the foot. Pull that knee back so you can get to the flesh above the knee. Right hand stays on the mat. Left hand reaches back. Get that ankle. Flex that foot. And pull that in. I know. You are not suffering alone. This is hard for everyone. And it's best if you're not on your kneecap. So you should really just be feeling this in your thigh. And this is a game changer for your yoga practice. If you can get that thigh to open up and lift. And keep breathing. You got it. I know, right? Ah, the things we do. Good job. Put that knee down. Heel toe that front foot over to the left. Hands can go back to the earth. And let's pull that knee out to the left a little. If you feel like it, you can put your elbow or your hand on the knee. Probably not warmed up enough for a full dragon yet. So just keep breathing. If you're really uncomfortable, you can rock a little bit. Beautiful. Come up a little bit. We're going to heel toe that front foot all down. Release the top of the back foot. Scissor those legs back. Shoulders are soft. Tips of the ears to the back of the room. And breathe. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. The fun thing about the uncertain times we're in is they were predicted by the gurus ages ago. I know. So starting around 2012, remember when the world didn't end on December 21st, 2012? That's when we started shifting. They said we're going to be in like a 20, 25-year shift into what they call the Aquarian age. And it would be chaos. Hands to the earth. Lift the back knee. We're coming to a three-legged dog. So shoot that left leg up. And maybe draw some rainbows behind you. So while there is uncertainty, at least the uncertainty was predicted. All right, we're going to crisscross that leg behind us. So now your left leg is on the right side of the mat, crossed around. We're going to bring both knees to the earth. And we're going to step. Get your feet or your shins aligned with the front of your mat. And flex your feet. And just hold on to your feet here. And close your eyes and breathe. So anytime you're feeling ungrounded, you can always just connect the energy centers of the palms and the feet together. And then you'll feel better again. Beautiful. We're going to come out of this. There's no pretty way to get out of it. So just try to walk it forward. Unwrap your legs, and we'll come back to down dog. And go to those tippy toes again and press down through the heels and starting to feel so good now. Tip of the tongue is still behind the two top front teeth. Reminding yourself to slow your breath. Left heel, just keep breathing. Take an inhale here. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale, bend and straighten. And try not to let the spine round down in this. All right, straighten that leg. Maybe slide your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, press with the heart to fold. Chin can roll down. We're pulling back on that right hip now.
soon as I do it, it goes.
I've heard other yoga teachers say if you're getting shakes or getting cramps, it's your nervous system resetting. I don't know that that's true or not.
If you want to see me wiggle,
it's not so bad to be in a miserable pose and be social, is it? Okay, slowly let go. Bring your hand back around. We're going to heel to that foot over to the right. And again, let the knee fall open. You can press on it. I think Dan said hips, didn't he? There you go. We're all sitting on our butts now watching Netflix. We have to unwind ourselves. You know, we're used to doing so much. It's like, you know, if you look at an ocean wave, right? And then if you suddenly build a brick wall in the middle of that flow, that wave's going to come back and it's going to surge, right? The energy surges before it settles again. So we're going to have to sit comfortably or uncomfortably through this surge. Go ahead and take the foot all the way over. We're going to come back into that pigeon. So knee comes to the earth. Just let the knee bend. Foot can be floppy as long as the knee's bent. Take the big toe of the back foot, press it, and scissor your legs away. And then we'll soften the shoulders as we look up. Close the eyes, maybe breathe. Beautiful. And now we're going to plant those hands to the earth. Lift that back knee. We're going back to three-legged dog. And we're going to draw those rainbows again. Try to level your energy between your hands. All right, let's crisscross the legs. And then we're going to bring both knees to the earth. And we're going to sit back. Maybe between the knees. You got it. Good job. And let's get the shins, if you can, parallel to the front. All right, again, no cute way to get out of this. Just come on forward. Come back to your tabletop and maybe switch a little side to side before returning to down dog. And just try to be still in this down dog. Everybody looks great. Fingers press, press, press to the earth. Really focus on the mounds of the hands. So that's where the fingers connect, especially the thumb and index finger. If your wrists are sore, you can always turn your hands out a touch to the right or a touch in. Everybody looks so good. All right, let's figure out how we're going to get our feet between our hands. If you want to practice hopping or if you want to step forward, and go ahead and make a little wish here. And maybe your wish can be a little prayer for mold. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Let the left foot follow. We're in plank position. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Slide to the belly. We're going to inhale into a baby cobra and exhale, release. Do this a few times. And you don't have to use your hands. And just keep your shoulders down and away from your hands. Let's inhale, slide up. Press your toes into the mat. Keep breathing. And exhale, release forehead. It's stacked hands, bend the knees, flex the feet, and just shake it side to side. Beautiful. Release those feet to the earth. Slide the hands back under the shoulders. Press the knees to the mat. Add a little modified push-up to come to down dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Sink down through the left heel. Point the toe, lift higher. Engage the glute. If you like, bend the knee. Open the hips, stack. And then inhale that toe to the sky. Look at your hands. Bring the knee in for a deep hover. Place the foot between the hands without letting the toes drag on the earth. I know, it's a goal. You got it. Seal that back foot to the earth as we inhale, rise up, warrior one. So make sure your hips are forward. Make sure your foot is straight on, knees over the ankle, not beyond. Look up, soften the shoulders, breathe. And then we'll bring hands through the midline, open up into warrior two. In warrior two, make sure that front knee is not collapsing in. Keep breathing. Both palms, feel the muscles tighten to the bone. Hold that tension and then flip them back over. And breathe. Flip your right hand, reach a little forward to round up and back. Twisting the heart to the sky. And then we'll exhale, cartwheel to the earth. Step into that plank position. Hold here. Take a big inhale. Maybe hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Slide to the belly. This time, take your hands forward, maybe 3 inches. We're going to come into cobra. Pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, look left, and exhale, look right. And press through that pubic bone. Beautiful. Let's come on down. Stack the hands again. Bend the knees. Swish it side to side. And releasing the feet. Slide the hands back under the shoulders. Add that little push up and come to down dog. Glute. And then we're going to bend the knee, open the hip. Send that toe back to the sky. Intend the toe not to touch your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest, and then place the foot between the hands. Good job. Seal that back foot to the earth. Come on up. Warrior one. Get those hip bones facing forward. Roll the pinkies in to soften the shoulders. As you're exhaling, draw the navel to the back of the spine. In and up, engage the pelvic floor. Release on the exhale. Open up, warrior two. And again, don't let that knee slide in. Take it to the pinky toe. Flip the hands, get the muscles to the bone. Keep the tension there, flip them back over. And then reach it forward to come on back. Peaceful warrior, heart to the sky. Beautiful, cartwheel to the earth. Bend the knees a little bit to soften as we heel to fold. Inhale, sit down, pressing through the tailbone and fold. Down low, just stay there, pause. And knees into your elbows. Come to the toes, lift the heels. As we inhale, we're going to sit down and bring the knees out around the elbows. As we exhale, we're going to fold. Inhale, sink it down, look up and out. Exhale, fold on your own. And if you do not sleep at night, these make you sleep. How often do you go to bed at night and, the mind is trying to figure something out that it can't, and it's frustrating. Let's let the hands go back to on the edge of the mat. So keep that spatial distance. So you got it. Hands to the mat. Now we're ready for our full dragon, right? Right? Bring your elbows down. Maybe the knee comes down. Sometimes it feels better with the knee down. It's a better stretch. So decide what's for you today. Left knee's falling open. Anytime we clasp our hands together, we raise our blood pressure. So let's soften our hands and just breathe. Sometimes this is called lizard. Sometimes it's called gecko. And if you're thinking about anything, you're no longer doing yoga. Think to yourself, I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. The only reason to practice is to learn to control your mind. All right, you guys suffered long enough. Let's come up. Lift the knee. Now, place your attention on your right foot again. We're going to step it back to the outside edge of our right hand. Oh, try to be graceful. Now attention goes to the left foot, and it steps all the way back. So dragging on the other side. You can come on down to the elbows, maybe to the knee. Soften the hands. And breathe. So if we all have a bunch more time on our hands than we normally do, we might as well get in shape, right? We got ourselves all snacked up in the house, This is the second time in a week we snacked ourselves up. More snacks. No more. We're done. All we did yesterday was eat. It was hysterical. Oh. Just keep breathing. You're doing great. Oh, you're doing so good. And when you're done swishing around, maybe a little active child's pose. So knees are together, heels are together, fingers turn into spiders, pulling the spine long. The head just kind of hangs down. And let's slowly slide our fingers to our knees. Come sitting on your heels. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. And then let's get those fingertips behind our toes. We're going to press through the heart. Open the Go ahead and level your gaze and step your right foot in front of you and then your left. We're going to push those hips up to the sky. If your neck bothers you at all, just look at your belly. Otherwise, let the head hang back. Nice to rock here. Massage the wrists. And then gently bring the sits bones to the earth. Crisscross your ankles as we roll right back over and find down dog. Ah, and down dog just feels like heaven now. So rest into heaven. We're going to revisit pigeon. So lift the right leg behind you. And then we're going to bring the knee behind the wrist, the right wrist. And then we're going to let that leg slide back, slide back. Come on up. Try not to collapse to the right. Try to level the hips. Look up and back. And on an we're going to stay here maybe 2 minutes. So I'm moving, you stay still. And just try to soften through your shoulders a little bit. Thinking to yourself, I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. And just 1 more minute. All right, we're going to start to come out of this. You can either migrate to tabletop or down dog, wherever you get to, wiggle it out for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, we can bring that left knee behind the wrist, switching sides. And just take your time getting into the pose. So we want the hips to be level. Scissor the legs away. Just let your knee bend, let your foot be loose. Look up, shoulders soft. And then gently we'll come all the way to the earth. And just breathe. And again, we'll be here about 2 minutes. Thinking to the self, I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. You're actually going to slide your leg back and come lying on your belly. Good job. And on your belly, bring your arms into a wide T, palms down, and look to the left, the right side of the body. So it's opening the shoulder up. Once you get there, you might bend the top leg and place that foot behind you. Let the head just rest on the earth and just breathe. Beautiful. Go ahead and slide to the belly. Take that arm back out to the left, palm down. Turn your gaze to the right. Feel the body breathe. Everyone's sighing. That's good. And looking at that right hand, slide it under that right shoulder, elbow to the sky as you push and roll to the left side of the body. Again, maybe bending that top knee, placing it behind you. And gently releasing back to the belly. Press your hands into the earth to come up, tabletop position. I want you to take your knees as wide as mat. Under the hips, turn your feet out left and right, like little frog feet. Maybe move your hands forward. We're going to rock forward and back. And pause here in a little froggy pose. All right, come on forward. Oh, I know, I'm feeling it too. Get those knees back under you, rock side to side. And then let's crisscross our ankle to come sitting down on our sits bones. How's everyone doing? Yes. They say your karma lives in your hips. So bring your fingertips to the earth. Lift with your right arm. Look up first and then draw it over to the side. Look up if you can. And then let's switch sides. Lift up, 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 and then over. And then inhaling up, let's bring our legs into a wide V. You may have to roll your mat if you don't have a blanket, or sit on the edge of the blanket. We're going prop free, embracing uncertainty. Roll your ankles, I know, right? This pose, usually you need a little lift in the back. Let's inhale the arms up, and then we're gonna take the right hand to the toes, or maybe just to the shin, wherever you go. Lift up, 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 and then let's go over again. And breathe. And try to keep your feet flexed. And inhale up, other side, reach it up, 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 and then over. Blanket. We're just going to reach our arms in front of us, and we're going to slowly come rolling down to the mat. You might straighten your legs. You might take a little pause and stretch pose. And whenever you've had enough, you'll just lower to the earth, bring the arms above you, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, and then pedal through the feet so that your hips kind of rock side to side. And then bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe keep the knees together as you draw some circles on the ceiling, massage the sacrum. You can go fast or slow. And taking those knees in the other direction. And now let's keep the big toes touching, one hand on each knee, and let's start to draw circles out and away from the knees. So it's kind of like you're treading water. Think about your hips and all the work we did there. And the other direction. And then let's bring the feet to the earth. Arms are out in a T, palms down. Let those knees drift left and right. Your head can join in an opposite direction. And then let the knees fall to the right. Maybe take your right foot on top of the left knee. If it's too much, just unwrap yourself. You stay where you are. I'm going to move to turn the lights down. And then gently we're going to move to the other side. And then coming back through center, anything you need. And whenever you desire, we're going to move into our final rest, Savasana. So maybe take your feet a little wider than the hips. Let the feet splay open. Arms come down by the sides. Palms are up to receive. And just soften your tongue in your mouth. Soften your jaw. And then let that softening travel down your throat, shoulders, chest, into the belly, and through the hips. And just imagining yourself in a golden web of light, healing, resetting.
Start to take a big breath in, breath out. Wiggle through your fingers and wiggle through your toes. Maybe rolling your wrists, your ankles. And then bring your arms overhead. Do a big full body stretch. Maybe interlace your fingers, flip them, pedal your feet out. And then bring your hands to heart center. Rub those hands together. Maybe rub the soles of your feet to ground yourself after the gong. Pressing the feet deeply into the mat. Take your hands, let's press them to our heart today. I know we usually do our eyes. We're going to do our heart. And bless yourself. And if that's new for you, just say thank you, thank you, thank you, self. The intention is every day, wake up and pray for more uncertainty than the day before. And gently using your hands, straightening your top leg. Let's come to seated where we'll close. Bringing fingertips to forehead center, bowing in gratitude for this day, for this practice. Thank you for sharing it with me. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Beautiful practice. You all did so good. Yay. So let's just keep on keeping on. And then when we can't keep on anymore, I'll still be here. So we'll do as much as we can online. You're probably going to see a lot of substitutes teaching because everyone is making personal choices and we're respecting all of that. So flex with us. Do you have any questions about anything we did today or otherwise? My knowledge is limited, but
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. It was fun. And thank you to our YouTube audience. You can come say hi if you want. Just wave. Hi, I was here. Hi, Mom. Let's see if anyone was watching this. This is the fun part. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, we got people watching and smiling. Yeah, you can, they pop on and then there's a little like smile face or some people comment. So it's fun. Thanks, guys. I did this on Monday.